Today we'll go through the charts, and I want to do kind of like a weekly review, like I do often. And I want to put a special emphasis on an experiment I'm doing right now on my trading with the algo. And so, if you guys are watching me live, like, make sure you comment in the chat, and feel free to ask any question anytime. I'll go back to your question from time to time. I have a two monitor setup now, so I'll be able to kind of look and go through these two things. I might look on this side. That's where my second monitor is, and we'll be able to do that for now. So let's just make sure this is working fine for you guys and that everything is good. Okay. So if you're watching me live now, make sure you comment below in the chat to make sure that everything is fine, and I will adjust according to that. So cool. Let me just go to the chart and I'll shift to that right now. I want to show you guys basically what I want to put an emphasis on today is multiple time frame and especially lower time frame trading. So in the past few weeks, I've been starting to test lower time frame trades. I have a trade going on right now on Euro AUD, a lower time frame one, and I'll show you why I do this and how that's done and kind of like the results so far. Okay, there's not much results, but I still want to go through the basics so we can know and you guys can kind of see what is up with that. Okay, so let's go through this. So what I'll do is I'll pull up, and by the way, some of you guys I know are subscribed to the trading assistant we have. The trading assistant is a system to get alerts for trades. I don't have any link for now, just go on the website, desartrade.com. You'll find the link there if you want to sign up for this, and you receive the alerts for the bonjour event setup that I have. Okay, so I put this on my platform myself. I use the exact same thing, and then every week I get these alerts on Telegram. Okay, so we use Telegram to receive alerts on whatever setup we configure for our charts. Okay, I have this running all the time on my platform, my VPS, and it's sending me alerts all the time. Okay, so last week I went to these alerts here. Now I want to go through these past trade. They're not alerts, they're notifications. So they're not like buy now. They're like notifications telling you that there's a setup in the market at this time, and you can decide if you want to take it or not. Okay, that's up to you, depending on your rules, your criteria, and there are some filters that I have that are not very systematic, like the zones. I have to do it manually myself, and I look at these alerts, these notifications, see if they're in line with the zones. If they're in line, I take the trade. If not, I don't take the trade. Okay. So right now I'm gonna go see these alerts starting on October 7th. So October 8th was the first one last week, and we could go here. I won't go here. It's fine. I'll just show you guys quickly the setup, and then we'll go on the chart to look at the whole context of everything there. Okay. So Euro LD was the first one last week, October 8th, and this is what I'm testing now, the 30-minute chart. So before that, I've been doing a lot of 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart. Okay, the other alerts are on the 1-hour chart. We should have a few on the 4-hour chart as well. Okay, if we scroll back a little bit, and so these were mostly lower time frame ones based on how the market moved. Okay, can't find one that's 4-hour, so let me just find one. We do have a couple somewhere. So these are alerts that we use for the 4-hour chart. Okay, or whatever time frame you want to put in, it doesn't really matter. So from there, what we'll do is we'll go on our charts, and I want to show you guys this first alert of the one that says this one. So just to go through these parameters here. So these also are like they run like on a demo account, so they're not on the real account. So Euro 80 time frame 30 minutes. This doesn't matter. It's just like it's gonna be automatically done with the algo based on the style. And these, by the way, are set so that they are on a very low position size. Okay, it's like pretty much a minimum for all these 30-minute chart because I'm testing them on my account. I want to alter the result. I want the result to be the same. Like I want the result to be in the same account with the same zones that as the live trading and everything. But I want these ones to be lower because I don't know if they're good or not. So they might be completely crap. And in that case, I don't want to take these trades anymore. And I don't want them to affect my PNL. So that's why they're like a really low position size. So like 0.01, very low. 0.01, very low. Okay. They're always like this. These small time frame trade. Okay. So, and then we have the entry, stop loss, take profit, and order. So expiry is always when it comes to after, always the same. So let's go on the chart. We have on the 9 we have NZD CAD, and on the 8 we have Euro AUD. So let's not waste time and go here, Euro AUD, and we'll look at the context and everything around. So what we'll see from here, and this is loading, perfect. So daily chart. Okay, so we have price that's been going in a range for a while in this pair on Euro AUD. Okay, so this range here from 1.57 to 1.63. Now price reaches back to this level. We want to look for bearish trades or short trade back to the downside, and that's what we'll look for with any trade we take on any time frame. Okay, so what I'll do here is I will just put this on my chart, just move forward for you guys to see. And what I'll do with this is now we'll go on lower time frame. So we could take trades on the forward chart, we could take trades on the 1 hour chart, we could take trades on the 30-minute chart, doesn't matter. I'll go on the 30-minute because that's where we had it set up. And then we'll go back on the 8. So 8 was a little bit before. It's a little bit slow on my side. I'm not sure if you guys can see how slow this is, but it's kind of slow. The 8 should have been here. So yeah, so we have a push up. We go into the zone. These are the zones that are configured on my MT4 for the script to take trades. So the alerts are within that zone. And now what we'll do is we have this break of the Bollinger Band on the first candlestick, engulfing candle, and basically we will enter the trade below the low. Okay, as always, the same strategy as always. So nothing changes. Everything is the same. Below low, so plus above the high. And reward to risk of 1-to-1 and 3-to-1. Okay, I think that's how I set them because I'm just testing for now, so they might be different, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Okay, so we'll take our tool over here. We'll go at short. We'll do, this is going to be 1-to-1. Okay, so 1-to-1, it might not have been hit, I'm not sure. Yeah, probably not hit. And then 3-to-1. Okay, so this was a losing trade. To be clear, losing trade, didn't reach any take profit, which happens, it's fine. Okay, now we'll leave this over here. Price kind of went in direction, push back, and yeah, push back up, and we're struck out over here. Okay, but this happened pretty fast. This is only about like less than a day, I think. Yeah, pretty much like over a day. It's not that much. So it's good because the trades are faster. You can take more trades. And yeah, that's the principle. So losing trade here. We'll go on the other one on NZD CAD. And I just want to show you basically the process because the process is better than the setup itself. The setup is good, but you need to understand the process behind why we take these trades because there's a reason, and that's what I want to show you guys, of course. So NZD CAD, this one was taken on the 9th. So just zoom in a little bit. And perfect. So now what happens is that we are in this right here. So let's just kind of like go in a more bigger view of the market. So we have this range over here. We broke down the range. We came back. Now we have this level here. That's a previous support based on the chart a while back. And now we want to basically so when price comes back here, okay, over here, we want to look for bullish setup when price to go higher. Now price went higher, in fact, came back down. We want to look for again bullish setup, but now it broke the level, came back to retest, and that's where we want to look for bearish trades because we broke the level. We come back to retest, and now a previous support comes to a resistance area. Okay, so we want to look for bearish trades. Pretty much that's the thing here. So we'll go on the lower time frame, and what we'll see, we have the setup. I think that's probably the one. This was on the 11. So we probably have multiple setup over here. So just go on the one that's on the 9. Might be this one exactly. So 9th of October. This setup over here. What we'll do again is price. Well, just look at the setups. Always the same setup that we have on the chart. Price breaks the Bollinger Band at the top. We have this break engulfing, well, this first candle breaking. Okay, just zoom in so you guys can see it clearly. So we have this break, then we have this engulfing candle that's really strong. I like that. So what we'll do is we'll enter below the low of the engulfing candle. we'll put our stop loss above the high, and then we'll do reward to risk of 1-to-1. We could draw, we'll just use that tool over here, and 3-to-1. So short once again, over here, over there, and we'll exit 1-to-1, and at 3-to-1. So 1-to-1 will be here, and 3-to-1 will be lower. So what you'll see here is that depending on how you trade this, I believe mine is configured to not have any kind of optimization or anything. So basically it takes a trade, leaves it there, doesn't move the stop loss, anything, does the same. Okay, it leaves everything as is as first, just to test it out. So price reaches this one, we exit half the trade. We have 2 trades, we exit 1, and then price pushbacks. We could get out at break even, but I don't, so I'll just wait. And price hits the stop loss. So break even trade over here, on this particular pair, on entity CAD on the 30-minute chart. Okay, so far we have a loss, we have a break even, and let's get to see what other alerts we have over this. Okay, I'm just gonna go over here. So October 9. The other one we have is October 11. So we have entity CAD, ADGPY, entity CAD again, like I showed you before, a different alert, and Euro CAD. I believe we don't have another one. So entity CAD, ADGPY, entity CAD, Euro CAD. So we'll look at each of them on a 30-minute chart. The other all 30 minutes. Okay, so let's do that. Oops, I'm losing some stuff here. There we go. So the other one we had on entity CAD, which is pretty simple, is the one over here, okay, on the 11, like I showed you guys before. So you want to do the same principle as before. You enter below the low, stop loss above the high. Okay, we could mark it. I'll just be like this to be more clear. So it's very normal in the market to have one setup, and then this setup doesn't work, and then you have a second one later. Okay, so we exit half at 1-to-1 and half at 3-to-1, which gives us a ratio of 2-to-1 on average. Okay, now this one went a lot further, but we keep always the same plan, the same strategy, the same rules. So 3-to-1 and 1-to-1. So this one have been a good trade. Okay, so we get 3-to-1 on the trade, 2-to-1 on average, because we have 2 different trades, and yeah, that's it. So we have 1 loss, 1 break even, 1 winning. So basically overall we get 1 of reward, because we lose 1 with the losing trade. Okay, so 1 of reward on average, well, total basically. And we have other trades. So let's go see on LDGPY what we had over here. Okay, of course we'll go on the higher time frame first, and we'll see that price was, let me try to understand over here. So price, yeah, okay, so we have a zone in between over here. Okay, this is a bullish zone. Yeah, so price was, and I'm just gonna make sure just to not say something stupid. Okay, it looks like the zone was a little bit lower. Perfect. So basically what we have over here is we have price reaching a zone. This is not, the zone must have been deeper than that, so I'll just modify it for you here. Okay, so we have price reaching a zone that we want to trade at. This is a bearish zone, a resistance area, because we bounced here in the past. We're coming back here to retest. Okay, and as soon as price gets close to the previous low over here, we want to be able to look for bearish trades. So price broke, and now we had to set up on a 30-minute chart with the same thing. So let's go here. This was on the 11. So 11 was around here. We have this setup over here. Okay, and I doubt we entered this setup, because we have a rule where we always enter 3 pips below the low. Okay, in that case we don't really do it on this time frame, but I'm just gonna, like in the regular times where it's optimized and everything for higher time frame, we enter 3 pips below low. I believe for this one you want to set it to like 1 pip. Okay, let me see if like we have 1 pip below this low, and we'll use the tool to measure the range, measure from here to the low we went. Okay, that's 2.5 pips, so we would be, yeah, we will be good for that, I believe. Okay, so we'll take this off, and let's just suppose we enter that trade, because that's seems to be what happens here. We enter below the low, stop loss above the high, and then reward to risk 12131. Of course, it's not reached. We get stopped out over here. Well, kind of before. Guess we have over here, and that's a losing trade. So far we're break even. We have one losing, one break even, one winning, one losing. Okay, so two losing, one break even, one winning. So break even so far. And then we have another trade on. No, you guys, if you want to comment here any question on this, I can go back. We can do different things, but let me know if you have any question. The other one is on EuroCAD. So let's go back, or let's go actually on EuroCAD. We didn't go there first. But the pairs that are flagged here in my list are pairs that I'm actually gonna trade probably this week because there are pairs at levels. So we might not take them. We might not trade them, but it's possible we trade them. Okay. So we'll see. I just reply to this over here. It's perfect. Okay, cool. So that should have been the setup we have, October 11th. Perfect. Okay, so let's just go on the context first, as always. Because the context is much more important than the setup. Okay, keep that in mind. It's really, really important. Let's go here. So price now, and this is the zone, so the intermediate zone. Okay, these are not major zones, they are intermediate. So we see before price made this kind of triangle pattern. Okay, we had a support over here because price bounced there many times. We came back to retest the support, or now it's the resistance. We were looking for bearish trades over here. Came back down, came back up. We're looking for resistance. This is the same resistance zone. We're looking for bearish trades again. Okay, and that's where we want to look for bearish trades. Perfect. So now we'll go on lower time frame. And by the way, the zone, like, you could start to look around somewhere like here. Okay, all the way to probably here. Okay, you give it some buffer. So 30-minute chart we go to look at the trades we have on the 11. Price broke, came back down as the same stuff as before. You can kind of notice engulfing candle. First of all, break of the Bollinger Band, engulfing candle, bolt breaking outside. We entered below the low. That was probably a news because that was pretty fast. Stop loss above the high. But the cool thing is that the algo takes the trade, so we don't have to worry about anything. Okay, and we want the risk of 1-to-1 approximately, and then 3-to-1. We'll just measure to be sure, because I wouldn't want to say something stupid. Here we go. So 1. Okay, and like when I enter my trade here, I give it some room on the chart, but it might be closer or maybe a little bit further in real time with the live trading. So I'm not sure, but I just kind of go approximately, of course. And 3-to-1. Okay, we had some room, so that's good. So this one, full take profit, reach. So we get an average of 2-to-1 overall, okay, on the trade. So we have two trades, one at 1-to-1 and one at 3-to-1 of reward to risk. We don't modify the take profit, we don't modify anything, we don't modify the stop loss. We leave everything the same for the purpose of testing, experimenting, and simplicity. Okay, so far we had, I forgot to count, we had 2 losing trade, 1 winning, 1 break even. So we're break even. Now we have one more winning trade. So we get to basically 2 of reward. Okay, so not bad. I'm just see if you had other trade on this. Just curious. I don't think we had any more. Oh yeah, we did have. Oh, I'm going backward. We had one today on Euro ID. I'll show you guys that trade in a minute. We had one on the 13 and today. Okay, so Euro AUD, Euro CAD. Let's just go see what these trades are. Euro CAD today. What time frame was that on? I forgot. Euro CAD going backwards. Sorry about that. Euro AUD on 13. Yeah, Euro AUD. I read that wrong. So Euro AUD on the 3-minute. We had 2 set up recently. 13 today. Perfect. Let's go on Euro AUD. Show you guys these recent trades. One of them I'm in right now, and one of them I think didn't work. Okay, this is one I'm in, of course. This is one that I'm in right now. The other one is on the 13, so 14, 11, 13. Okay, this one here. Perfect. So this was a losing trade apparently, as I see this. So Of course, well, the zone of course should have been like exactly the same on the platform. I was like modify them a little bit to give them some room. And well, we see the context of this because I covered this before. Okay, in the bearish zone, looking for bearish trades. Actually, we could like just do this in the daily chart, and then we'll go here after. Okay, so bearish zone over here. We'll look for bearish trades, of course. And we had this first one. This is not like an obvious setup, so I'm just gonna maybe cover it a little bit in more depth. So price comes to the zone, breaks, breaks the zone. We have breaks a Boltzmann too. We have this candle which is not engulfing. Okay, so this is not an engulfing candle. Depending on how you trade this on MT4, okay, this is important to understand. So on MT4 versus TradingView, there are some differences on how the price looks. Okay, so you need to be careful of that because if you take the wrong trade on, or if you look at one, then the other might take a trade or might not take a trade. So you need to be careful. So that's something to be aware of. Okay, so we have this candle. This one is on engulfing, but this one here breaks again slightly, and then we get this engulfing candle. So we will enter the trade below the low. Just draw this on the chart. Below the low, stop loss above the high, and I believe it takes to pass 3 candlestick high. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, around here. Worst case is going to be around here. It's not a big difference, but it takes 3 candlestick to modify to, or 3 or 5. Look at the stop loss. So we'll just say the worst case scenario here, and then 1 to 1, and then 3 to 1. Okay, further down. Well, this one is stopped out. So far we have two losses plus this one, so 3 losses, 2 winning. So we have 4 minus 3 plus a break even. So we have 1 reward so far. Okay, and then we get this last trade here that I want to show you guys for today. That's the only one. Again, same principle. We break, we push back high, and this, if you see this like and you're not used to it, it's going to be scary because this is like really against the trend. But you need to keep in mind that you're in a zone where you should look for bearish trades. That helps you out to kind of do the right thing. Okay, so even though we're like really going fast upside, we need to take the trade anyway. So I would enter below the low, stop loss above the high, and reward to risk of 1 to 1 somewhere here, and then 3 to 1. Okay, let me just try this easier with this. 3 to 1. So over here. Okay. So yeah, 1 to 1 approximately here, and then 3 to 1 down there. So I actually leave this in my chart because it's useful to know. I tend to not put this in my chart before, and I don't look at this before because I want to leave the trade run. I don't modify them, so that's why I usually don't have it in my chart before. I have this like just after to show you guys, but I don't leave this in my chart to see how's the trade going and what's happening on the trade. I just don't look at it at all. Okay, and that makes it better on your mindset. So that's the other trade. And so far we had, so I'll show you 3 losing trades, 2 winning trades, so 4 minus 3. We have 1 reward plus a break even, so 1 reward still. And we have this one, which is 0.5 of reward. This is this week, so I won't count this as last week. So last week, like the week before, was a +1 R week. But these trades are, keep in mind, on a small position size, like very small. So I don't really count them. I just test them out. This is an experiment I have. And it was a +1 R a week on this experiment. So it doesn't matter. It's like 0.01 of lot size in that case because it's testing. And I just want to kind of share with you guys the process, how I would do things, what experiment I do over time, and just kind of document the process. So if you have any question on this, you just comment below in the chat. I'll go back on here, and I want to answer your questions on the chat. Okay, if you have any question, of course. If you don't, then that's fine. But if you have any question, I'm here to answer for a few minutes. So let's go and see the chat. We have a lot of people. That's awesome. Welcome, guys. Francis, Bruce, nice. Uman. Unam is asking, is it okay to start with only one market at first when you, as a beginner? So I would say yes, start with one market. Only if you day trade. If you swing trade, you're going to find that time is too long. Time doesn't go by. And you might overtrade or make mistakes. So if you swing trade, like really high time frame, like daily chart, forward chart, then go with multiple markets. The only reason why you would do one market, I believe, is if you have a kind of very low time frame trading style, or if you have multiple strategies to trade that market. Okay, otherwise don't do it. It's gonna be worthless. I believe that's my opinion only, of course. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce says, and he's right. Says hit the like before you go. I would appreciate. That's awesome. Hit the like button if you like the videos, of course. And so far we have 8 likes. I want to get to like 30 likes, please. That'll be awesome. Live. Irish says my brother trade goal in 5 minute time frame, and he will double the capital within 2 days, and also lost his capital. It's like vice versa, exactly. So if you risk more, it's fine. You make a lot of money, but then you might lose more. So keep that in mind. Yeah, cool. Pawan says I'm from India. Hi, what's up? And by the border says check ADUSD. I look at all the pairs this week. I'll do my review. ADUSD, let's just check. I believe it's not in the zone right now, so or it's too messy. Just go on this, and if it's worth it, I'll show you guys. But yeah, Eddie used this to Messi on his own, so I'm not gonna trade that this week. So not really interesting for me at this point. Malik says, "What broker do you use, please? What do you recommend for international traders who look for low spreads?" I think you shouldn't really look for low spreads unless you day trade. So I use 2 brokers. I use Exetrader and Oenda. They serve 2 different purposes. So one is for trading with algos, one is for trading with manual and other things and testing, of course. And so yeah, these are the 2 brokers I use, and it depends. Like both are good, but they might be better depending on your style and what you look for and how much money you have in your account and everything of the sort. So if you want to send me an email, I'll be happy to reply and maybe ask you more questions about this to recommend a good broker, of course. Ashley says, I swing trade, but would like to start intraday trading. That would be awesome. Bruce says, how many trades would you do before coming up with a percentage? I guess percentage for risk or percentage for the returns. I guess the risk. So I plan to do this for about 30 or 40 trades, see how it goes. If the results are very similar to my live swing trading account, then I'll just do the same. I'll increase size slowly and see how things perform. If the results are way different, like really, really good or really, really bad, then I'll do more testing because I want to make sure that they're not like too good for now, or that they're not like really, really bad for now or just forever. So we need to do more testing in that case. So it depends, but I'll do yeah. Okay, so yeah, how many trades? So the win loss. I'll do about 20-30 trades during the win loss and see how this performs. Chaz says, what market do you suggest? It depends. Depends of different things. Okay. Yeah, it depends on like what strategy you have, what pairs work best with your style, what kind of trade, what type of trade you take. Do you trade breakouts, pullbacks, reversals, whatever? That's gonna depend. My 17 years old entrepreneur. I'm a 17 years old entrepreneur. I trade for so on right now. I'm trading ADUSD for 300 pip. Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't matter. You can trade whatever you want. And the reason why I do these videos is not for saying like only trade what I trade. I'm saying like I trade some things and you might relate to this. You might want to use the same approach. You might want to learn from us in the academy we have. You might do whatever you want. Or you might do something different. That's fine. Okay, if you have your own style, then don't change from my style. Keep your own style, develop it. We can help you make it better if you want. Reach out to us if you need any help. We have a link below for that in the description. If you want to schedule a call with me or whatever, you can do that. And yeah, that's the point. So, Ashley says, I'm trying to improve and I've been training for 3 years and a half. Yeah. Depends where you're at. So, Ashley, I would recommend anyone that wants to get more help, check out the link in the description. The first link, you can schedule a call with me, watch the case study. It's a free video where you can learn like how to do things and how I've been able to help people and get to my goals as well. And then schedule a call with me if you want, and we'll do a call and see how we can work together or how I can help. So that's it for now, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you back here pretty soon on Wednesday, actually. So new video coming out, and I'll see you there. Ciao.